Hi, greetings to you on this auspicious day. I am Babatunde Dorojaye, alias Ayekuto, meaning parrot in English, but literally translated, the world rejects the truth. Contrarily, only the truth will stand the test of time. There is a reality of life that we all have to come to terms with in order to live an accomplished life. We need to understand who we are and how our system functions in relation to the universe at large. I want you to exercise the power of your imagination as we glide together in one avalanche in describing the structure of the observable universe. I would be as definitive as possible as we embark on this intriguing cruise into the astronomical space. The observable universe is a snippet, a part of the infinite universe that have been probed from the Earth by up-to-date stage of human technology. The information employed in the first phase of this session were sourced from National Aeronautic and Space Administration, acronym NASA, International Astronomical Union, acronym IAU, European Space Agency, Canadian Space Agency, Roscosmos State Agency, and the UK Space Agency. All figures, exclusive of those of the solar system, are estimations based on research and observation tool results. Let us start from our own solar system. Our solar system consists of the Sun, which is also a star and referred to as Helios, and everything bound by its gravity, which are 8 standard planets, the Earth inclusive, 5 officially recognized dwarf planets, including Pluto and Ceres, 6 objects that are almost certainly dwarf planets, 10,000 objects that are yet to be confirmed as dwarf planets, more than 150 moons, millions of comets, meteorites, and asteroids. Our solar system is within our galaxy called the Milky Way. The Milky Way consists of the aforementioned, as well as over 200 billion other stars. The largest observed star in the Milky Way is called the UY Scuti. It is 5 billion times larger than our Sun, while our Sun is 1.3 million times larger than the Earth. This means that it is 6.5 times 10 raised to the power 15 times larger than the Earth. That is gigantic compared to the Earth. The UY Scuti is at a distance of 9,500 light years away from the Earth. For clarity and better understanding of light years, a light year is the speed at which light travels in the astronomical space per year. Light travels at a speed of 300,000 kilometers per second. This means that light will travel around the Earth 7.5 times in just 1 second, because the circumference of the Earth is 40,000 kilometers. Imagine that. What a tremendous speed, worthy of note. At this speed, light will travel a distance of 9.6 trillion kilometers in 1 year. Speed multiplied by time equals to distance, quantum physics. Therefore, UY Scuti is at a distance of approximately 8.99 times 10 raised to the power 16 kilometers away from the Earth. That is a 17-digit figure, irrespective of decimal points. The nearest star to the Earth is a red dwarf star called the Proxima Centauri. It is 4.3 light years away from the Earth and at a distance of 40.68 trillion kilometers away from the Earth. The Milky Way is a part of a cluster of galaxies called the Local Group. The Milky Way have 3 large galaxies called the Milky Way, the Andromeda, and the Triangulum galaxies, and 51 are the dwarf galaxies. The local group spreads across a region of 15 million light years of space. The local group is a part of a cluster of galaxies called the Virgo cluster, which consists of about 2,000 galaxies and stretch across a region of 65 million light years of space. The Virgo cluster is a part of a supercluster called the Virgo supercluster. It consists of about 47,000 galaxies and stretches across a region of 110 million light years of space. The Virgo supercluster is a part of a larger supercluster called the Laniakea supercluster. It consists of about 150,000 galaxies and stretches across a region of 520 million light years. The Laniakea supercluster is just one out of over 10 million other superclusters in the observable universe. Our galaxy, the Milky Way, is just one out of over 200 billion other galaxies in the observable universe. Each of these galaxies has an average of 200 billion stars. Going by these figures, we have an estimate of approximately 3 times 10 raised to the power 18 stars in the observable universe. All the stars are suns to other solar systems within these numerous galaxies in the observable universe. The estimated number of planets within the observable universe are 1 times 10 raised to the power 24, a 25-digit figure. The population of humans on Earth as at August 2019 was estimated at 7.7 billion. With this figure, the number of planets in the observable universe is 1 times 10 raised to the power 15 times more than the number of humans on Earth. In other words, the ratio of humans to planets is 1 to 1 times 10 raised to the power 15. The margin is absolutely infinitesimal. You need to invigorate your imaginative energy to grasp the astronomical magnitude of the observable universe. All these planets are suspended in an observable horizontal and vertical astronomical space length of 93 billion light years each. This is how far the up-to-date stage of human technology have been able to probe for now. But the universe is not limited to these current human discoveries. As earlier emphasized, light travels in space at a speed of 9.46 trillion kilometers per year, multiplied by 93 billion light years. Therefore, the cross-section of the vertical and horizontal space lengths of the observable universe are 8.8 times 10 raised to the power 24 kilometers each long. Just one being created and administered this massive and numeric mind-blowing stellar bodies and everything suspended in the universe. The Almighty Divinity is worthy of your exaltation. He is beyond comprehension. He is immeasurable. He cannot be quantified or qualified. He is nameless, yet full of names. He is indescribable, yet precise. He is formless in all forms. He has no gender, for he is all gender. The I am that I am, the divine enigma. Considering the purposeful nature of God, he does not engage in frivolity. He doesn't do things without a reason. All these enumerated estimation of planets in the observable universe have creatures in them which might not be visible to the human eye. To administer them as we humans are the administrators of the earth. To buttress my point, in January 2019, it was reported that a repeated radio wave signal was received by astronauts in Canada from a distance of 1.5 billion light years. That is way beyond the region of the Laniakea supercluster, which stretches across a region of 520 million light years of space, including the Earth within the region. This occurrence is the second of its kind. The first being from a distance of 3 billion light years away from the Earth. There are different speculations as regards the origin of these radio wave signals, but the most vehement of these speculations is that these signals emanated from alien planets. Observation and research are still ongoing to ascertain the veracity of this premium speculation. How do you think, in your wildest imagination, that divinity will govern this vast expanse of his administrative jurisdiction by sentiment? A lot of questions lay out in our hearts. God, why me? Why should this happen to me? I have prayed day and night, yet no positive results to show for it. Why am I so unlucky? There is only one answer to your infinite questions. God rules, governs, and administers by laws and not by sentiment. This is evident in every facet of human life, guarded by laws, regulations, rules, decrees, and constitutions. It is automated. The authority of the universe has been delegated to the cosmic laws, while the authority of the earth has been delegated to we humans embedded in the cosmic laws. It is a sacrosanct universal operational mechanism. There is an indubitable rule of cosmic engagement, and it is the universe will only return to you whatever you have invested in it in an accentuated form. I call it the law of cosmic return on investment. Interestingly, the scepter of authority to determine your cosmic returns on investment is within your grasp. Laws are a set of rules and regulations by which people, place, and things are governed to unify relationship, thereby maintaining orderly and peaceful coexistence to achieve a common purpose. Don't get it twisted. I am neither a pastor nor a religious advocate, because religion is just a routine of spiritual activities, lacking substance of comprehensive understanding and adherence to the ways and personality of divinity. I'm just a 21st century Renaissance philosopher inspired to divulge the methods of operation of divinity with simplicity to humanity. But in order to reduce enough evidence to substantiate my submission, let's take an expedition into the Holy Scriptures. In the Epistle of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 17, Jesus Christ stated, and I quote, "I am not come to destroy the law or the prophet. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill." Before the advent of Jesus Christ, there was a prophecy in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 33. "I will put my laws in their minds, and I will write them in their hearts. And I will be a God to them, and they shall be a people to me." Reference was made to the same prophecy in the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 16. Jesus Christ came to strengthen the law of divinity and to complete its potency by improving on its dynamics of operation and ensuring that the prophecy is fulfilled. He came to restore the original strategic plan of communication between divinity and humanity. The laws of divinity are signaled in your heart. Your mind receives and disseminates the information to your subconscious conscience. I perceive a lurking question in your mind. How do I discern the laws of divinity in my subconscious conscience?